1994. From the murky banks of terrestrial radio, a new hope begins to rise.
Opie and Anthony are radio shock jocks known for setting up outrageous stunts.
People sure are listening.
Two Long Island natives who together would one day change the world as broadcasting's greatest duo. After 20 years, these children of the 80s have arrived.
Their hugely popular radio show is not just in New York anymore.
Opie and Anthony show. The hottest show there is.
Through 55-gallon drums and wiffle ball bats.
You push it in until you're comfortable.
From mayors to mayor.
It was an April Fool's hoax by two radio disc jockeys.
With bottle rockets and bra bombings. And wieners and pigs.
Opie and Anthony got their hands on the photo and tweeted it.
Two men that have taken a box of cocks further than any.
Well, these people will definitely stop. Guaranteed. Lift up the...
They've met friends along the way. Jim Norton.
I have a raging hard-on right now. Can I please put my dick in your donuts?
And through fines, scandals, suspensions, cancellations, and terminations, it's the one show that remains unscathed. Striking fear into the hearts of management everywhere comes a radio show that after 20 years remains above all else real. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yes, good morning, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome.
How's everyone this grand morning, huh?
Oh, just wonderful.
Nice. What was it, 19 degrees or was it 21? I couldn't tell.
It was fucking cold. I was one of those people about 2 to 3 weeks ago that was making fun of all the people that are saying enough with this winter, enough with this cold, but...
Now it's just
enough!
I've had it.
This is unbelievable.
Every morning walking out that door and just breathing in freezing cold air.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't end.
Yeah.
Doesn't end.
And what? We got another storm coming today. Couple inches just to show you who's boss.
Right. Just a little reminder, since all the snow is gone.
Yeah.
Just a little more to throw in there to screw everything up.
And then cold the rest of the week until Friday.
Had it.
And then I think Friday will finally be it. But I've said this in my, regular life a million times.
Yeah.
Like, no, I think this is it. No, I think this is it finally.
I think we're through. I think we're over the hump.
I think it's going to be 50 on Wednesday. I think it's finally over.
No.
It's unbelievable. I can't remember the last time we had a winter that was this just horrible.
It seems like it's just going on forever.
Yeah.
It won't fucking end. It started early.
Yeah, New York's not used to this crap. We're fucking pussies when it comes to cold weather. We really are. Because I've lived in colder places. I mean, when we were up in Boston, that was a lot colder than here.
Yeah.
When I lived in Rochester, Buffalo. But for some reason, this winter is just annoying.
It's never
fucking
ending. Right around. I look at my back door, the fucking slider, and I'm just like, come on!
You would be are you opening your pool April 1st?
I am still on an April 1st schedule
really?
to open my pool. I don't care how cold it is out.
You might be ice skating on that thing.
No. At least the jacuzzi will work,
Yeah.
Bubble away in the freezing cold.
Well, at least we don't have a mudslide to deal with.
Oh, boy, that's an ugly scene.
You see CNN, they're adjusting finally.
Are they pulling off for the old airplane?
They're getting that asshole out of the flight simulator.
Yeah, is he in a mud simulator?
They'll find something
for him.
Something creative. But they're trying to move to the mudslide story now. They're trying.
They're still like they're getting pissed at those Malaysians.
Right.
At those Malaysians for coming out. First of all, they text the families.
Oh, I know.
Of the fucking victims.
That all lives were lost.
I got to tell you something. There are some countries, and a lot of them over there in Asia. Malaysia is one of them.
Right.
That I don't think they have the mindset we have as Americans or as Europeans even or something. There's just this straight business text them.
Right.
And you're like, what? Right. Easiest way to get word out.
Right.
And you're like,
technically it is.
Who would it is? Right. Technically it is.
Instead of making 200 and whatever phone calls,
but again,
you can do a mass text.
Zero emotion involved with it.
It's pretty insane.
They're probably scared to do it in person. Those people are so pissed off. They're probably afraid if they say
it's
a
not only
spokesman, they'll be killed.
What a phone call.
No, there's something else going on there. It's not just that they're pissed off, because anyone would be pissed off in that situation. Like, it is, even if, dare I say this, it's even more devastating because those people can only have one kid.
Oh, wow, really?
They've brought up that angle many times, yes. You can only have one kid.
Wow.
So that is like it. You can't lean on maybe the other kids you've had,
right.
And they're now too old to, have another kid. There's things that people try to do to get through, these horrendous tragedies. But they're saying it hurts even more because of the one kid rule for a lot of these families.
And then that whole fucking thing with there's no real proof yet.
Right.
They have some kind of satellite data and no wreckage at all.
Right.
No proof that the plane is in the bottom of the ocean.
Right.
You can make a good assumption, but to come out with such solid concrete, plane gone, people dead.
Right. In a text.
In a text.
Wow. And what happened to that debris yesterday? That was a bust now?
A ship went there and found nothing.
Another bustaroo.
Another bust. There's a huge storm going on in the search area now, so they're not searching.
Yeah.
But then they say no survivors. But then, one of the satellite pictures are like, oh, that could be a raft, or it could be this. So there's still so much speculation. Why would you just come out and go, bah?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no food or water for 3 weeks, though. You're finished.
Oh, no, they're done.
There have been people that have survived, and on
you would have to be floating right next to all the provisions for that plane.
Shit for the plane.
You would have to have an incredible luck.
There are provisions in the life rafts,
right? But for how long?
That's just it. How many people are there?
Right.
How long?
I think enough to have a little snack.
How economical can people be with their survival?
Oh yeah, okay.
Goods.
Okay,
exactly.
You've seen the cupcakes when they come through this place. Just imagine you're on the ocean now.
Yeah.
Those are the same people.
Well, you got to start racking some heads.
Oh yeah, okay. That's gonna happen.
People overboard.
That's gonna happen.
But there's supposedly some things there that you could improvise. Maybe do some fishing. Purify water. People have miraculously survived on the open ocean for a very long time.
Not that part of the ocean. They're reminding us it's the worst part of the world to have a plane crash.
God,
I've learned a lot.
Bad place down there.
I now know the worst place in the world to have a plane crash.
Just nothing down there.
And then CNN, they did something that all news channels do. It's not bad enough it's in the Indian Ocean. Now they're showing stock footage of 20, 25-foot waves.
Oh, giant storms.
And they wait for a minute or two and they go, well, this isn't the actual, this isn't what's going on now.
Of course.
But this is what that ocean has the potential to do. So the searchers could be dealing with this.
They could be dealing with seas that we're seeing here from 20-year-old footage.
But they sneak it on at first. And let you think, wow, they're searching in that right now? I don't know. It's horrible. Me and Ann were just watching CNN just before the show. I swear to you, I thought it was a repeat.
Yeah, I know. They were saying the same shit. And the left turn, all right with the left turn.
Well, the transponders. I prefer not it be called a zombie plane. If you want to talk to me as an expert, stop saying zombie plane.
You could say ghost plane.
Right. Ghost plane I'll accept. God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And then the flight simulator guy. Enough already. But it's working for them. Their ratings are really, really good.
Are they good?
They're way up because of the coverage they're doing.
People
there's the fucking left turn again.
Wait, where's it going to go? There it is. It looks so stupid. It turns like a lazy Susan.
Right.
Give me some garlic salt.
They've shown that animation so many times. I bet you there are people out there that are convinced that's how turns.
That's how
planes turn.
I never felt that. The back swings out like that.
Right.
It's like you're in a bumper car.
Exactly. And now this guy. Well, let me get back on the map.
We now call it the Southern Corridor.
Now it's called the Southern Corridor.
Are they standing on the map?
Oh, you haven't seen the big map yet?
No.
Oh, this is wonderful.
It's got little CGI on it. The plane's flying by their feet.
Kick it!
Yeah, step on it, bully it.
Up here and visualize the satellite up
Yeah,
Seriously.
visualize.
And it's communicating and saying,
Why do they
here,
have to stand on the
and
map?
then it sends something
Why
back
is the
saying
plane
it's not it's saying, I
almost
am
as big as Australia, though? That doesn't make sense.
If that plane was that big, they'd find it.
Sure, they sure would.
This is specifically what aircraft I am.
And now they've reanalyzed this data that they've had for a few weeks now and determined
You don't
that
like
it
the
did
floor
go
map?
Oh, they're all
along
have
the
the floor
route.
map.
And
They use it
along
for a lot of things
entire
now.
route, it was sending back those handshakes.
Correct. And that's, but remember,
Place to meet ya.
this satellite has never before been used for directional, for finding anything.
Fox has moved
just
on,
simply for
MSNBC has moved
communication.
on, not CNN.
Brilliant scientists there at Inmarsat did, and I spoke with some of those scientists myself.
Have you?
CNN just knows, like, no, we're running with this. We're doing good. Let it ride.
Oh, boy. So, what's the latest there? I didn't even look.
Again, they called up the search for the day.
What did the text say? I'd love to know that.
All lives are lost.
Just that?
Pretty much.
Plane is...
I don't know the exact text, but it was pretty much in something like that.
Plane is in the Indian Ocean. Went down to the Indian Ocean. No survivors.
People said that what bothered them was the sad face emoticon. The little half parentheses.
Oh, my God.
They didn't care for that.
Sad face emoji.
Oh, yeah.
They just called emoji.
I don't have any emojis.
They just want those people to leave that hotel, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't want to deal with their sorrow.
No.
God forbid you deal with a family's sorrow.
Do you want the text?
It's probably very annoying.
What is the text, sir?
Malaysia Airlines deeply regrets that we have to assume beyond any reasonable doubt that MH370 has been lost and that none of those on board survived. As you will hear in the next hour from Malaysia's Prime Minister, we must now accept all evidence suggests the plane went down in the southern Indian Ocean.
Oh, boy.
Maybe everyone signed up for the group text.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they requested it.
Maybe.
They're defending it by saying that they wanted to tell everyone involved before it went out on the news. So by just sending a mass text to everyone, all the families, they were able to do that before they got it out on the news.
Well, it's certainly efficient. We all know that. But,
Yeah, but the whole laughter thing, the ROR, was just...
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, and then we got the mudslide. Well, I guess a lot more people are missing than first.
Well, they got 14 dead over there from the mudslide. And how many are missing?
Did they say 90?
90 are missing?
I don't know how many people are missing over there.
90. Man.
Crazy.
It was 20, I thought. I thought it was 4 dead and 18 missing was the last count I heard.
What happened?
We got 14 dead.
You know me, I keep count.
I'm terrible.
4 dead and 18 missing, right?
I'm just blurting things out.
This says, as of late last night, 14 people were dead and another 176 were unaccounted for.
176.
I don't think you could survive in mud for too long.
No. 4 seconds.
Yeah, that gets a bit heavy.
It's a little weighty and wet.
You ever sink down to your knee in mud and try to get out?
They say it's
That's
very
just to your
quicksandy.
knee.
Very quicksandy and silty.
Really?
Yeah. That shit just fucking...
That sucks.
A chunk of earth just slid. But it is amazing that shit doesn't happen more often.
Right. You would think.
You think like the earth's just sitting
big
there.
Pile of dirt.
Big pile of dirt.
It's getting pounded by the weather. You would assume it's really loosening things up. So
that I always like when there's a storm and a bunch of like beachfront property gets wiped out or things like that. You think of how huge the earth is and where the land meets the water.
Right.
And how slightly it has to move to wreck a house that's on the beach.
Right.
But it doesn't very often.
Right.
I mean, to me, that should happen every day.
And then we rebuild the beaches.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, oh, this is what the ocean wants to do now.
Yeah.
You should just accept what the ocean wants to do now.
Right.
And then, there'll be another area to build houses, I guess.
Like the way the ocean, for how huge the ocean is, waves should go inland anywhere between like 600 miles and fucking like 1 foot. And everywhere in between. It's giant. The Earth's spinning around. It's fucking tides and waves and fucking...
Oceans are thousands of miles across.
And they barely barely move a couple of feet at where it hits the beach.
And high tide's like, wait, I think it's high tide. Well, I'm not really sure.
It came up 6 whole feet.
Right, I think it's high tide now.
600 miles.
It really should.
It should be crazy.
You think all that water would just push.
Fucking things hurtling through space 25,000 miles an hour.
Right.
It's flying around. There's water on it. I can't get a glass of water to my fucking couch without it flying. Oh, by the way, I don't drink water.
Exactly.
Get a glass of wine to my...
You can't get that because your glasses don't recognize the fluid.
But high tide's 20 feet, 30 feet difference. That's it. You're right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, this Earth is fucking nuts.
Isn't the moon what makes that is pretty fascinating.
The moon.
The moon makes the waves. The gravitational pull, and all that happening.
Yeah, the
and you're
tides.
Right. It moves a little bit.
Yeah, just it's so slight when you look at it on a global scale like that.
Yep.
We should never know where the beach is.
We should never know where the beach is. You're right.
Where's the beach? I don't know. Hopefully not in my yard.
I'm not sure where it is this weekend, but I want to go there. Anyone know? Yeah, I think it's 200 miles to the south.
Yeah.
I think. Word has it. What do you guys think of Nick Cannon?
What is this?
The white face?
I don't care.
Not at all.
As a white person, I don't give a fuck.
See, we white people are so good. We don't even care when you guys put on a white face.
But man, a white guy does the same thing with the black face, and they want his career over.
Yeah, is the news covering Nick Cannon's white face a lot? Have they talked about it?
Have they?
Yeah, I mean, I heard about it on the news.
Hey, your boy Nick Cannon there. What happened?
Yeah, that's Sam's boy.
That's Sam's boy. What happened?
That's my boy. He's getting controversial.
You think that's what? Because that seems to me like he knows better. Like he knows
He knows what he's doing.
He's trying. Yeah, he's getting headlines.
Eddie Murphy did it on SNL for sketches. Chappelle used to do it all the time, and it was
Wayans
fucking
brothers.
hilarious. Yeah, the Wayans brothers did it.
Eddie Murphy is. Oh, you said Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy has done it.
It's for his album.
Let me tell you something.
Because his album's called White People
Black
Party
guys
Music.
in whiteface look ridiculously silly.
Well,
They look like fucking some type of alien.
They pick the wrong hair always. Isn't that the same hair they all kind of use?
Yeah,
it's like a reddish.
They want to be very white.
Strawberry blondish.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's
they have black hair, so they're tired of it.
Right.
So they feel let me be blonde even for this silly photo shoot.
Oh, I don't like Nick Cannon at all.
Oh boy.
Why not?
No?
I don't know why.
He's a nice guy.
You remember when he came in here and he was fessing up to all his radio shenanigans?
Yeah, he's actually a nice dude.
What, he fessed up that he had no business trying a radio show?
Well, he sat here while we were making fun of all his...
Hey, Sam, calm down. I understand that's your boy.
Sam.
You know, you come to his defense like that.
I know, he's like a jealous lover all of a sudden. But yeah, I don't mind that he did this at all. Good, because he knows this is going to be a problem and he's doing it anyway, so good for him.
Yeah.
I think he's hokey.
What is it, an album?
It's a bit hokey.
Yeah, it's called White People Party Music.
I mean, what is
White
that?
People Party Music.
What's the first song off it?
Let me find it.
I want Black People Party Music. Do we have gunfire CDs?
Whoa.
I could just play because it seems to happen a lot.
But the outrage over guys that do this in blackface is just silly.
His tweet was, "It's official. I'm white. White People Party Music in stores April 1st. Dude, go get it. Join the party."
All right.
Dude.
And there's a context to blackface also. Like that, you know, he's doing a whiteface thing. If you're doing some Al Jolson blackface mammy stuff, that could be offensive, obviously. If you're doing that, like, you know, Black to the Future float that those cops did years ago, that's going to piss you off. But if you are legitimately trying to imitate a black person and put on makeup or prosthetics to look like a black person, like, what's his name? What was that movie? Tropic Thunder?
Right.
Yeah.
So he didn't really get any shit for that, though, did he? I don't think he did.
No, he didn't. A couple of people said something, but they were, pushed aside.
And he also,
again, it's in context.
He's also tweeting, "Bro, I got drafted."
Bro,
because all white people say "bro" and "dude."
Bro and dude.
Yeah. Hold on. Ralph has a problem with our little silly high tide bit we just did.
Okay, Ralph.
Ralph, what's the problem?
I feel bad for you because everybody's going to be swamping at the beach this summer. Will be knowing that you live at the Bay of Fundy in the summer. 20 and 30-foot tides. Where do you go to the beach?
Who said that? I thought I said like 6.
I said 20 or 30-foot tide changes, meaning between...
Yeah.
In a storm, it happens.
What are you talking about?
Those are extreme circumstances.
Maybe in a storm, but not every day.
Yeah.
The high tide every day is like maybe 5 feet.
Yeah.
From low tide?
Yeah, from low tide to
From
high
low tide to high tide, most Long Island beaches are more than 5 feet. What are you talking about?
Are you talking depth or up the beach?
We're talking the tide line.
You're talking up the beach, like if you measure from low tide
I got you.
when you hit the water, and then high tide where the little seaweed line.
And we just threw the number out. I'm guessing the average Long Island beach is about 20, 30 feet between high tide and low tide, if I had to guess.
If you give it, you got to be able to take it. We're here to give it to you.
We were just talking about
Yeah, no shit. Take what? You're the idiot.
Take it.
You're not listening.
20 to 30 feet. You're not saying it right. Don't fucking blame me.
What did I say wrong?
Because if you talk about a change in tide, you don't talk about how far the fucking water goes up the sand. You talk about vertical height. That's a tide change. That's how you measure.
Oh my God! I'm talking as a layman. When you walk the beach, you go, "Oh, low tide was down over there, and now high tide is up
20
here."
feet up
so it's
further.
20. Thank you, Ralph.
I'm assuming
go away,
you mean
brother.
how far. Not the height of the actual
Of
wave.
course
It means
not.
depth.
Have you been hanging around with Lady Di too long?
Oh my God!
Are you trying to get something going? Because I'm not in the mood, you idiot.
Let's say it's low tide.
You know
right?
exactly what I was trying to say.
Yeah, you're at the low tide mark.
Will you listen? You might learn something, Ralph.
There's two ways to look at it. If you're at low tide and you're at the low tide mark, and then high tide comes in, and you're still standing at the low tide mark, how high is the water on your body? It's probably going to be up to your neck, maybe, whereas it was at your feet.
Right.
So that's like a 4 foot tide wave.
Probably 4 or 5 feet.
But if you now look at where the low tide mark is, and then the high tide mark on the beach, it could be upwards of 20, 30 feet.
And that was the
further.
whole bit because
But we're talking about how much the water
comes
on land.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's why the bit worked. Wasn't an amazing bit. It was a stupid throwaway.
We weren't
Ralph.
trying to discuss how deep the water gets, and then you could calculate yourself.
I only talk about depth. That's me.
All right, Jimmy.
And he just keeps babbling. What, Ralph?
We're not fucking meteorologists or oceanographic
Not even radio
institute
broadcasters.
workers here. Yes, we're radio broadcasters.
So we're not even.
So you're the 1% of people that don't realize that high tide is measured in vertical feet.
No.
How many times have you said that at a party and then realized you were talking to yourself? Like, how many people have walked away politely at a party while you said
He's got to be a marine biologist about our bit. We're talking in layman terms.
Right.
When you're walking a beach, you see where the low tide line is and the high tide line is.
The sea was angry that day, my friends.
Thanks, Ralph. Loser. Go away, loser.
An old man trying to send back soup at the deli.
Jerry on Long Island. Jerry.
Yes.
What's up?
Hey.
What's up, guys? You are kind of wrong about the high tide thing.
Come on. It's endless with these idiots.
I've been living on this island all my life, dude. The most you're going to get on a normal high tide cycle is maybe 8 feet. That's it.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy said that the moon makes the waves.
Wait, 8 feet? 8 feet from
like,
what to what?
From your low water to your high water mark.
That's not how you measure tide.
Are we talking about?
It's exactly how you measure tide.
He actually means on the beach line.
On the beach line? It's
I have literally seen low tide and high tide on Long Island upwards of 30 feet.
Thank you.
Longer.
No chance. Maybe during a hurricane or something.
Oh my God!
No.
I don't have eyes.
Again, are you talking the low tide mark on the beach and then the high tide mark on the beach, not water depth?
We're talking the seaweed. It goes from here to here. How many feet is that?
I have walked out 30 feet with fucking horseshoe crabs and rocks and seaweed.
But this idiot's saying it's only 8 feet. Is it only 8 feet everywhere?
No, you have to measure the depth of the water.
We just went through this.
We understand, but
oh my God, I'm going home.
For our stupid bit, it was where the water is at low tide and high tide, and that's why it made sense. Because then Ant's saying that distance should be way the fuck more,
right?
Thousands of feet or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's why the stupid, silly throwaway bit worked.
What are you saying, sir?
We're not having a marine biology discussion right now.
All I'm saying is that Jimmy did say that the moon creates the waves. The moon doesn't create the waves. The waves are created by the bottom of the contour of the ocean going up. The water's forced up, and that's how you get waves.
But then, hold on. What is the gravitational? Hold on. The gravitational pull between the moon and the Earth does have something to do with the waves.
No, it does not. The waves are created by the contour of the bottom.
All right, let me ask you this, marine biologist. So when we have a full moon, why does the water come up a little more?
Because the moon is so big, it creates that draw that's so so drastic one way or the other.
You're talking about, first of all, you're talking about beach waves, sir. When energy comes to the beach in the wave, then you're going to get, in the shallows, the wave forms the curl, and then you get your beach wave. We're talking about waves in the middle of the ocean.
Those are also created by contours on the bottom of the ocean. When you have elevation of 100 feet raised at the bottom of the ocean floor, that water's got to go somewhere.
It's created by a few things. That's one of them. But there's also wind.
It's got nothing to do with the moon.
Wind makes waves. You don't think tidal fluctuation makes the water move in waves?
I'm talking about the wave height. The wave height has nothing to do with the moon. The moon creates the tides going in and going out. The waves are not created by the moon.
No, that's not true, sir. The sun and the moon, there is something. It's not true.
It's so true.
No, it's not. The gravitational pull, I'm reading it right now. The gravitational pull of the moon, the sun, and the Earth's oceans is the major force involved in the creation of tides. It is.
Tides. You said tides. I'm talking about waves.
Tides, baby.
Tides. Waves, baby. You said.
What's the difference between tides and waves?
Tides is the movement of water from one area to the other. A wave.
Oh my God! I'm talking about the water moving, sir. That's what we're talking about.
How did we get here?
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Ken wants in on this discussion very badly. Hold on. Ken and Mission, go ahead.
Hey, Ralphie. I'm going to do Trixie tonight if you don't shut the fuck up.
Well, Ralphie's gone, so that's a bust. Oops. It's Jerry.
Why would Ralph care if he does Trixie?
I don't know. Wrong references.
It's fucking that's Ed Norton's wife.
Jerry.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Alice.
It's too early for this shit.
I love you.
I like Dan's bit. We were going with the bit where the oceans are so fucking enormous that it's ridiculous that tide doesn't move the water a lot more.
A lot further.
So then our reference point was about 20 or 30 feet between low tide and high tide. The watermark, not the depth.
Controversy.
And that's why Ant's bit worked. It wouldn't work the other way.
No, it wouldn't have worked. But Jimmy did say.
Oh,
no, I'm reading it right now. The waves on the beach, you're correct. They're caused by the contact with the bottom of the ocean. But you can't say that the fucking water doesn't move because of the moon. It does.
We actually got a guy calling. Hold on. We got a guy actually calling from the ocean. Hold on a minute.
Oh, wow.
Sean, go ahead.
He's on a wing.
Yeah, I'm Sean. These two guys are cunts.
No, he's talking to the caller.
I'm 6 miles off the beach on a boat, and I have waves, and yes, they are affected by the bottom of the ocean, but it's wind, the exchange of heat that creates waves.
All kinds of, yes.
Right.
Factors.
Yeah, I'm going with the guy that's on the ocean. I think he knows more than textbook Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he's only on the ocean because he doesn't know what he's doing in a boat and he can't get back to shore.
Right.
Maybe he's stranded.
He's stranded out there.
I imagine he's actually a survivor from the plane crash.
He chooses to call here.
Right.
You know, the record.
I've been listening.
Hold on.
Oh my God, it's just endless.
I love it.
I hate
But when you have conversations in your regular life, you're never talking over each other.
It's astounding.
We give everyone a shot here. Go ahead, Jerry.
The record for longest shipwreck is actually 44 days. There was a guy named Louis Zampieri. He was a World War II bombardier for a B-24 Liberator. Got shot down in off the coast of Japan.
Right.
He spent 44 days on a life raft.
Wow.
It's called Unbroken by Lauren Hildenbrand. The guy's story is amazing. 44 days this guy survived.
Is it a book?
And it's a book. It's called Unbroken. It's amazing.
Unbroken.
She wrote Seabiscuit as well.
Well,
you should,
hold on.
Louis Zampieri.
How did he survive?
Yeah, what did he drink?
He drank like his own piss.
Yeah, but hold on.
Yummy.
I like breaking this shit apart. We heard recently that you can only drink your piss of what was it for a couple days,
a couple of times,
a couple times, or whatever, and then
just
that doesn't work.
Really
That's just a fetish. Yeah.
Unless you're replacing your pee with new water, and you're saying he was able to.
Yeah, he was collecting it like in the raft that he was in.
Oh, right.
And then the raft started to the paint.
Right.
That was painted, the raft started to give off like this yellow dye. Then he had to fight off sharks. Birds would land on his raft, and he would grab the birds and snap their necks and eat them raw.
Oh, nice.
He finally got caught by these Japanese guys in some trawler off of, what the hell is that island, where the Death March started, the Bataan Death March.
Yeah.
This guy spent another 2 years in a POW camp. He was an Olympic medalist at the Berlin Games in like '39. He met Hitler, and then he went to fight the war. It's a really amazing. I mean, it's a true story. The guy is like an American hero. But
shipwrecked and then taken by the Japanese. That stinks.
That really sucks. Like, the odds. They got to pick me up.
Like 2 weeks. I mean, 2 years at a POW camp. They were injecting him with all these crazy like diseases to see what it would do to him. If you Google him, his name's Louis Zampieri. He had the world record mile in the '39 Olympics, but what this guy went through to survive.
Right.
And, you know.
Man, snapping a bird's neck and eating it raw, that's rough.
Nice.
That is rough.
You'll do that when you're starving, I guess. Like, I can't picture being that hungry, but fucking...
you'll get there.
They'll eat anything.
You'd get there.
Fucking human flesh.
Yeah.
That's even almost easier to understand than eating that you cooked and eating a bird raw.
I think the key is to take very small bites.
Very
or
tiny.
do you take one giant bite and try to get it down?
You got to really
I think you got to just nibble. Just nibble away.
He said fighting the sharks was the hardest part because he figured as long as he stayed out of the water, they would stay off the raft because they were trying to get him.
But why would he go in the water?
Well, they would to fish and stuff and to cool off. They were. He was with 3 other guys. I mean, and they were baking alive. They said his lips were so swollen from the sun that they touched the tip of his nose and the bottom of his chin when they found him.
Wow.
He weighed like 60-something pounds. He lost like almost 70% of his body weight in 44 days.
Yeah.
2 of the guys he was with died. It's a crazy story. Not to mention when he crashed, he got tangled up in all the wires in the B-24, and he got taken down with the boat or with the ship. It was insane. I think 1,100 feet of water. He came to and rose to the top. You got to read the book, or even just go on Google and Google the guy's story. Then he goes to the Japan death camps, and he meets this guy, the Bird, who was like this sadistic Japanese POW camp director who just beat the shit out of him every day.
Why didn't they make a movie out of this guy?
I think they should. I mean, they made Seabiscuit.
Right.
They should make a story about him.
Did he eat anything off the guys that died?
No, he never went to cannibalism. He said that they thought he just couldn't bring himself to do it.
Right.
And not to mention the food, the stuff they were feeding him in Japan. It wasn't even like food. They said it was like maggoty bread, and they would give him a rice ball the size of like a golf ball, and they would throw it at him. And then you would have to like pick out the rice from like the dirt, and it was just
yummy.
What these guys went through. What this guy went through was terrible.
Wow, I'm going to look this guy up.
Yeah, Louis Zampieri.
Yeah,
go on. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, finish. Sorry.
No, he's just like I said. He was in 1939. He's shaking hands with Hitler, and then in 1944,
hold on.
Got to take the good with the bad.
I can tell you what he's doing in 2014.
Hold on, there's someone always just waiting around the corner. Go ahead, Buzzard in Boston. Go ahead.
Hey, O&A, this guy knows the story very well, but the fucking guy's name is Louis Zamperini.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mispronounced his name.
What'd you say?
Zampieri.
He was saying, yes, Zampieri.
Really? Oh, no.
You know the whole book.
The infighting, it just
so petty. It's like a bunch of fucking flight attendants.
Why the fuck do we have the most petty listeners?
Petty.
I talked to other radio guys. They don't have these petty listeners.
Oh my goodness!
I think it was good. I think it was good enough where if you were interested in what this guy was saying, you would be able to find it on Google.
Or he might call up and just go, "Hey, I'd like to correct the guy on the name. It's Zamperini."
Right, in a nice way.
This fucking asshole.
I don't think you'd find him on Google. You'd find some fucking French or Italian.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough, Buzzard.
Thank you, sir.
All right, brother.
Of course you do.
Thank you. Jerry, thank you, too. See, we got off on the wrong foot, and now you give us a nice little story.
Yeah, man. It's like I said, you should... I don't know if they got anything about him.
Be in love with the guy.
All right, we got his name up there and stuff, so... It is Zamperini. 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 Thank you, brother.
I have a Nick Cannon question. Someone on Twitter said that it's coming out April 1st. The guy says he's calling shenanigans. Is that right?
What's the shenanigan?
Is it actually coming out or no?
April Fool's.
Yeah,
have you heard music from it?
Yeah. I mean, he's released singles from it.
April 1st is probably just a Tuesday. I mean, albums.
I don't know what the shenanigan would be. He did dressed in
because it's
whiteface.
No. Leading up to the fact I'm putting this album out and I'm dressed like this, and he just
then he doesn't really put it out.
The whole thing was silly. I didn't.
April Fouls.
April Fouls.
What's he promoting? Why would he not put out an album?
Just an April Fool's joke. Not for any reason. Just.
We got more info on Zamperini.
Zamboni.
Hold on. Let me go to Joe in Rhode Island.
All right.
Joe, that guy knows everything about this story, but he doesn't know this fact. Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, Joe. I tried to Joe from Long Island. They're actually going to come up with a movie Christmas of this year. Angelina Jolie apparently was his neighbor or something, and she's producing a movie. It's coming out Christmas.
All right, so the movie's being made.
Oh, yeah.
Some are saying the movie's already been made.
What?
I know she was doing some PR stuff on the Today Show, I think. I saw an interview last month on so she was talking about the same dude.
All right, so this is going to be a movie. That's cool. Now we don't have to read the book.
Exactly. I'd watch that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, sir. Don in Indiana.
Hey, guys.
So the movie's coming out?
Yes, sir. IMDb it.
Right.
It's I can't remember the name of it. It's called, whatever the title of the book is, that's the name of the damn movie. I can't remember what the name of the book is right now, but that.
All right.
It's definitely coming out. Angelina Jolie. There's a big old preview about it. It's very, very good.
Unbroken?
Yeah, Unbroken, exactly. Thank you.
Oh, my God. That's awesome. I can't wait to see that. I don't know.
Did he?
I don't know. Did he die?
Is he still alive?
He's a World War II veteran. He's probably aren't they all dead or no?
There's a picture of him.
Oh, no, World War I vets. I'm sorry.
There's a picture with him with Angelina Jolie. He's 97 years old.
Oh, he's alive. Okay, cool.
He lives in Olean, New York. Olean, isn't that? I think that's up near Buffalo, right?
No, it's not.
I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know. I was just totally guessing there.
Olean, New York. Is that where they make that fucking product? Is it Olean?
Olean, yes.
What's that product that they make that makes
you
shit?
have a leaky asshole?
Yeah.
Some seepage.
Okay.
Remember when I was just talking about pettiness?
Yeah.
Okay. Jim in Cleveland. Jim.
Hey, Doug's got to get his facts straight. There was no 1939 Olympics. It was either 38 or 36.
Okay, thank you. All right, thanks.
Fucking asshole.
Thank you.
What an asshole.
We would all fail if there was a test, okay?
Of course we
but
would.
Hopefully we're entertaining you a little bit.
Isn't that what this is about? I don't know how this became such serious.
Now we got to be all about Google at every turn.
Google everything, wiki everything.
There's a guy who survived in the ocean eating fish. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how the fuck you catch fish if you're in a life raft.
I have no idea. How dumb are fish that they see your hand and they just swim up and let you cup them?
I don't know how you do that. How would you catch a fish?
What do you entice them with?
No, you don't have any of that stuff.
Oh.
How the fuck do you do it?
You make a hook out of what's left in the raft, but what do you entice them with?
You got to cut a little piece of meat off yourself. We're back to snapping your pinky off.
People are saying that should be an animation. That's kind of
should
funny.
be.
I put the word out to Coke Logic, but that's up to him.
That was a good one.
I understand if he doesn't see it. Kathy, go ahead.
Hey, guys, love your show. I'm a teacher.
Have fun with Mark Sanchez.
I'm a teacher
She doesn't even
in Jersey.
know. The Eagles might get Mark Sanchez. And we have Vic. Weird.
Okay. I get it. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I used to show my students, this is a show called Human Body Pushing the Limits from Discovery Channel, and the one episode was Brain Power. And they interviewed a guy who was stranded on the ocean. I don't know how he caught the fish. I don't know if he did his pinky off or whatever. But he was saying that he started to crave odd parts of the fish, like eyeballs and even like the thin little bones, because that was what nutrients his body needed to survive. So it's all about how your brain overpowers your other senses in order.
Right. The old survival thing kicks in, and your body knows what it needs.
I just need to know how you catch a fish in the middle of the ocean when you're on just a raft. How do you do that?
How do you make the hook? Where's the line come from?
What happened? Our ancestors would be able to tell us.
Yeah.
All right.
It wasn't about,
Thank you, Kath.
school or anything.
Yeah.
Thank you. We have another correction we have to get to.
of
John in
course we
Pennsylvania. John.
Guys.
Yes.
Olean, New York, not Olean.
Olean. I actually know that. Now that you say it that way. Olean.
Just south of Geneseo.
All right.
It is, right? It's in that area somewhere?
South of it in Pennsylvania.
Oh, it's in Pennsylvania. No, it's in New York. Now I can correct you.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm south in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Olean is in New York.
But I don't care where you are. I want to know where Olean is.
Olean, south of Geneseo.
I'm never visiting you. Who cares?
Yeah, really.
All right, John. Thank you. Oh, my God.
What a chore this morning has been to start off here.
It's like this every day. All you have to do is go on Twitter once. And see the pettiness that's all around us.
Pettiness. We're surrounded by pettiness.
We got our food.
Yes, we do.
So we'll go back to the Nick Cannon thing, Sam, after the break.
Okay.
I also heard Marion call the pre-show.
Yeah, she broke down.
All right, maybe you could tell us what that's all about after the break.
Yeah.
And I also want to ask Jimmy if this bothers him.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting shit on Twitter now about my tweet last night.
Yeah. Oh, you tweeted about this. Don't say anything else. We'll talk about that as well.
Excuse me. Opie and Anthony will be back in a moment. They have food in their mouths right now. On Sirius XM.